Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I have decided to take a job from Ogden, Utah up to Salmon because I believe that's the last town in Idaho that I need to discover, and I couldn't find a job to Salmon previously. So this job, Ogden, Utah, Salmon, Idaho, only pays $5,446. Not very much. Sadly, but I have, it pays $12.40 a mile, so it is just a trailer, nothing fancy, but it's really, I'm just going there for location discovery. I've got 1 hour and 40 minutes to take that job. So I better grab it while I can. So, let's see if anything needs to be repaired, upgraded. By the way, I painted my truck. As you can see, it was yellow with flames. Thinking with the 4th of July this week, last week, I would go with that theme. Loving how it looks. And I decided instead of saving money for a new truck, doesn't seem really necessary, I'll just upgrade this one until it's maxed out. So no reason to be working towards a new truck. This one seems to be just fine. I upgraded as I can. So as you can see, it's a 6x2 chassis, and I have the sleeper now, the mid-roof sleeper, 550 horsepower, 850 pounds of engine torque, and I got an 18-speed gearbox, 300 gallons of gas, and it's got 16,953 miles on it, and it's in great condition. So we love it. We love our truck. So don't need to do any upgrading. Let's just go ahead and get out there and take that job. Just because I want the job doesn't mean I can have it. I have to get to this location. It says 44 minutes. Where am I going here? I can't leave that way. Okay, well. I'm trapped. Let's get back out and around. So 44 minutes to get there, but I have an hour and something to take the job, or it's gone. So it's not the most amazing job in the world, but I am trying to hit Salmon. Salmon is a unique location in Idaho. It's kind of a ways away from everything, and it is the start to the Frank Church Wilderness area. So if you're doing the big whitewater float in Idaho, there's a few other places that are well known for the rapids, but the big float is the 2-week float, or is it a week? I can't remember. It's 1 or 2 weeks. It's a long float all the way from Salmon. You go all the way through the Frank Church Wilderness area, where there are no towns, no roads, so it's a roadless area. And been there, done that, and it's weird. You'll see airplanes passing over, and after not seeing cars or people or towns, you see an airplane fly over, and it seems a little out of place. Really cool area. So Salmon is where that all starts, and so that's one reason I want to go to Salmon. Also, just anxious to get back to Idaho. So started playing this game, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and started in Idaho, of course, and that's where my garage is, in Boise. Get our blinker on. If you're not going to go, I'm going to go. Okay, nope. We can go right on a red, though. It's been fun exploring other states for sure, but I'm not familiar with a lot of the roads and streets and locations. So I think it was more fun back in Idaho, where I actually recognize the locations and I can judge the accuracy. Looks like I'm going right here. And I'm constantly impressed with how real this game is. So yesterday I was driving through Mountain Home with my wife. We went up to Silver City, which is a ghost town, and then we took a back road. Didn't realize we went so far. We ended up way out in Mountain Home. But as I was driving under a tunnel in Mountain Home, I saw these murals of trees on the tunnel wall that I had just seen in this game, driving through Mountain Home in this game. So it's little details like that that make the game really fun if you know the areas. So really cool. Also, I love that American flag map on the back. That's really cool. The last episode, I decided to forget laws, and I was hauling fireworks. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the previous episode. It's the only episode where I just said, screw it, I'm just going to drive crazy. Partly because I made a mistake and slept twice in a row. Just hit the button wrong. And I wasted an extra 8 hours, and I needed that 8 hours almost exactly to deliver the fireworks on time. And by the way, it was on 4th of July, so I just felt the pressure, and blinker on, stop at the stop line, so or behind, do your left, right, left. Now, this is a tight little corner here, but I can go right on a red. It's just really tight. I'm not going to make it into the first lane. I'm not even going to make it into the second lane. So I got to use the turn lane. That's a crazy sharp corner. So what I decided to do in the last video, I'll give you kind of a preview. That looks like taco time over there, a little taco shack. There's the taco. So sorry, squirrel. Left signal and turning 30 miles an hour, first closest lane to me. All right, so what I was saying was I decided just to break all the laws. So I ran red lights. So I was trying to not be late, right? The whole point, don't be late. Turns out, what was really, left, focus here, focus. We're turning left, blinker on. Okay, almost in my lane. It was exciting because just driving crazy, doing everything I could to get there on time. I literally was 12 minutes late after all that. I went from like an hour and something late to I was almost going 90 something miles an hour in this truck, and running every red light, running stop signs, going over grass. Just everything I could do to get there in time. Super fun. In the end, I didn't total it up, but in the end, it cost me like 48 experience points. That's it. I was late by 12 minutes, so it took off 48 XP. Which, I ran a red light? What? See, that I don't agree with. I was in the turn lane. Maybe because I wasn't all the way in the turn lane. Ugh, that irritates me. I was just a little bit out of my lane, but I was illegal. My light was green arrow. So on occasion, this game is not 100%, but to my point, 48 experience points. I forget how much it cost me in dollars. Really not that much. Turns out it's way better to be late, for sure, because each red light was like $1,700. I ran a bunch of stop. Let's see, job offers. Let's focus on this first. So we need to go to Ogden to Salmon right there. Let's take it. 31 minutes left to take that job. Whew! Okay, got the job. Let's go get the truck. All right. So it cost me a bunch. I should have totaled it up, but I had ticket after ticket. I crashed. I damaged my truck just a little bit. Not terrible. But let's see. It was way more expensive and costly to do it the way I did it. Now I know. Next time, just be late. Just be late. It was fun. It was fun to try to not be late when everything was going against me. Oh no, other. Do you ever hit the gas instead of the brake in driver's ed? Yeah, that just happened. So I don't do that with my feet ever, but certainly just did with my controller. All right, so the thing about your feet, you use them the same way every time in the car, and I use this controller for dozens of games, and every button is different. So I make that mistake a lot. All right, so we are 7 hours, 18 minutes away from this job, 391 miles to Salmon, Idaho. I'm excited to get back to my home state. I believe I'd like to work my way down to Boise. I don't know if I have to go to my garage to upgrade it. That's one thing I'll try when I get to Salmon. One of the achievements is, so we got our blinker on. Stop behind the stop line. I'm in front, so I'm going to look left, right, left anyway. Even though my light's green, you always want to look left, right, left if you're in front to make sure no one is running the red light, because they do all the time these days. It's a thing. I don't think that's going away anytime soon. So just we're going to take a right, so we're going to do a lane change. Got a truck back there, but he's far enough back. I can change my lanes with my blinker on, stop behind the stop line, check both ways. That turn lane light, well, it was. I'm not going to rush it. Was green. So right up here, that turn lane light, that tells you a lot. That tells me that the turn lane traffic could still turn, which means that traffic would have a red light. So that gives you some information on whether you have time to go right on a red. It turned yellow just then, so I wasn't going to, with this huge truck, I wasn't going to rush it. So that guy's stopping. I'm going to go ahead and go. I bet my light's about ready to turn green anyway. Ding, 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 it did. I can't clear that. I should go to the closest lane to me, but with the semi-truck, that just isn't always possible. Okay, so we got a truck in our right lane back there, which is fine because we are turning left here. East on 26. So I can't really see that light from that perspective. I'll be able to see it when it turns green, but I can't see the whole light. So I'm going to change blinkers on. Now, is that going to be a green arrow or a solid green circle? I don't know. So it's a solid green circle. What that means is I have to yield to oncoming traffic. But we got some stuff going on in front of us. So I am going to... no. Okay, that guy... He's in the... Okay. Wow. Well, shoot, dude. He got stuck in the middle of the intersection. He should not have gone. He put me in a tough situation. You cannot be in the middle of an intersection when the light's red. So it's definitely not stopped. Okay, so, all right, I cleared that intersection towards Salt Lake. Here we go. I don't know if I need to be left lane. It looks like, I'm looking at the map, and it looks like I am turning left up there a ways. So I always want to look ahead as a good driver. So I signaled, I just canceled it, but signals change lanes. My light's green, so I'm going to keep going through. All right. So, by the way, as a driver's ed instructor, the way I talk as I drive, that's called commentary driving. And we have our, sometimes we have our students do that as well, because it's and that's probably where I get this, just because I demonstrate it and I practice it. We can't read a student's mind, and there's nothing a little bit... okay, we're turning left at this light, so we're going to slide over to the turn lane here. Blinkers on, and slide all the way over. Stop behind the stop line. That was a little bit... Yep, that was a little bit too far forward. Anybody behind me? Nope, so I'm going to back up legally here. Boop, right there behind the stop line. Okay, so a lot of times, I always tell new instructors or any driver instructor that I worked with, okay, green light, don't assume they know what they're doing. Don't assume that they're thinking like an adult. Don't assume a 14-year-old driver is thinking what they should be thinking. honestly, they might be so scared. All they're thinking is, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You know, and that's true for a lot of new drivers. So we think, oh yeah, they're looking around, they're scanning, they know what the speed is, they know what the speed limit is. Our lane ends, so we're going to signal slide over, cancel our signal. That sign means that there's 2 lanes and we don't merge. It's really helpful because I know I don't have to have a signal on right here. So I've got my own lane, which is great because that gray car just went right past us. And now this is an exit only, so chances are it's going to have me change lanes because I don't think it wants me to get off. But I'm, again, looking ahead at the map. I don't see any arrows that say, hey, slide over. Oh, that's because I have to pull in for a vehicle inspection. Someone asked what these inspection ports are for, and I appreciated that question. These, several things. One, they like to know what's coming into their state. They keep track of trucks, what's coming in, what's going out. And secondly, and probably most importantly, they're trying to make sure you're not overloading, pushing the limits of the roads of your truck. If your truck is only, I love that paint job. Woo! If your truck is only rated for a certain amount of weight, certain trailer type, but you can make more money by, pushing it. So, all right, cool. 78,240 pounds. So let's say I actually had like 100 and something thousand. I'm not a trucker, so I don't know all this, but I, in general, know they're trying to make sure you are following law, that you are not overloaded and pushing it. So, all right. So, commentary driving is what I was talking about. Looks like careful. Left lane. Oh, that red car's coming fast. Don't let him go by and go behind him. Okay. Great example of finding a gap and doing a lane change. It's against a lot of pull in front of somebody if it makes them slow down. So you want to do that for safety reasons first, but also so you don't get a ticket. So it's a 75-mile zone. I'm going 54, probably cruising straight for quite a while now. So commentary driving is a chance for us to know what a teenage driver is thinking, and we learn a lot. And if instructors don't do that, I would highly recommend they give it a try, because I have to first kind of do an example. So, just like I'm doing. All right, up ahead I see traffic is flowing smoothly. I've got a nice big gap in front of me. I've got 2 lanes going the same direction. I've got, I can't see behind me with this big truck, but I've got a truck that I can barely see back there a ways. I am turning right here, and I should have signaled earlier. I was distracted looking for vehicles. Those trucks are slowing down. I'm going to be careful going past them. I think my lane ends, so what I'm going to do is slow down. I'm going to signal left, and I'm going to there's no reason to go blowing past those guys when the lane ends. That would not be safe or appropriate. So we're going to change lanes because that lane ended or ends. And I'm just going to follow them, stay in this lane. This red car is going to squeeze in front of us, or realize, he did the thing that I made sure I didn't do. He tried to rush past me. That truck. So I'm going to slow down just a little bit, make sure my following distance is at least 2 seconds. Oh, that red car is going to not be happy. So 1,000, 2 1,000, 3. So I'm about 2.5 seconds behind that truck in front of me, and he's going really slow, but at this point, I'm okay with that. We got cars to my left, and I'm just going to keep my following distance, just relax a little bit, keep my truck between the white lines, and go from there. So commentary driving is just talking through what you're thinking, what you're going to do, what you see. It's an 80-mile-an-hour zone right there. We are looking at Pocatello, 87 miles. So it's just a little bit of everything, because as an experienced driver of 40 years or whatever, okay, so my left lane ends. That's a construction zone sign, orange. So I am in the correct lane. That's a nice traveling tour bus right there. And we're going to drop down to 55 miles an hour, which I am already. And you know what? I'm just going to keep going. It's better for me to keep my speed and let those guys figure out how to get over instead of slowing down my whole lane, because they were not thinking ahead. So end of road construction right there. That means I can go back up to the speed limit of 70 miles per hour. So commentary driving, we can tell. See, I'm going to do a left lane change. This guy's, he's moving over anyway, but I don't want to be too close to him. So I'm going to cancel my signal. I'm going to go ahead and signal right and check my mirrors and slide back over again and cancel my signal. We learn a lot by just listening to what a student is thinking, because guess what? If they don't say anything, we wonder what's going on upstairs, right? Like, so then we have to start asking questions. What do you see? Where are we going? What's our next, move we're going to make? What's the speed limit here? So sometimes we have to train people to look, and we realize, like, he was just hyperventilating and focusing on the speedometer, and once in a while looking up. That's it. That's all he was doing. Wasn't aware of anything else, and that's really freaky. So in some cases, we're like, hey, we're going to go back to the parking lot and just kind of do some more practice. Or we're going to go into a neighborhood. We're not going to be out on the city streets, just so we have less things going on. And honestly, that's fairly normal. And that's why I tell instructors, don't assume they're thinking like a experienced driver, because for us it makes total sense. Careful, I kind of cut that guy off just a little bit. Have to remember, a truck is really long and it takes the corners differently than a car does. So we're at 66 miles per hour. I can almost hit cruise control, but I'm just going to keep my finger to the pedal to the metal, my finger to the metal, finger squeezed all the way. That's slowing down a little bit, so I'm going uphill. My truck is, even with 550 horsepower, still struggles just a little bit. There we go, 68, 69. And once I hit 70, I can hit cruise right there, cruise control. Now I can just kind of relax about that. My finger free, and I can just drive, pay attention to things. Pocatello, 29 miles. Idaho Falls didn't catch the distance. So other times, our students are seeing it all, catching, well, maybe not all. They're seeing a lot, and we realize, okay, yeah, he is. I'm pulling for another vehicle inspection, dude. Okay, signal, slide over, cancel my signal, slow down, get behind that tanker truck. Bing, bing. This would be a quick trip, though, quick stop, because I am first in line and everything's good. Still 78,091, so I think that's a little bit less, probably because I have less gas. I am getting tired, though. I just realized, looked at my sleep-o-meter, and it's almost maxed out. So we need to merge here, so we got to look carefully. Blinker on, and we're making sure we have a nice big, it's different than a car. I have to have a huge gap to be able to slide into. So we're going to cancel our signal so people don't think we're still trying to do a lane change. Pocatello next right. Honestly, probably should start thinking about a little bit of sleep. So, gas, food, lodging, next exit. So I'm going to take a look, Pocatello city limits. So if you have been to Pocatello, live in Pocatello, you may recognize some of the landmarks. Now, I don't see like this is maybe a bad decision. I was hoping to see a hotel right off the freeway right here. I don't want to go cruise. I'm starting to yawn. Probably should have gotten off. But I'm trying to find like a little quick hotel right off the freeway where I can just slide in, crash. I don't even get out of the truck now that I have a sleeper. I just crawl in the back and draw the drapes, sleep. But I am going to be tired, so pay attention here. Idaho Falls, Twin Falls. All right, let's see. Looks like we're going towards Idaho Falls. Yeah, so this is, you know, we're going to be up kind of in the Yellowstone National Park area, but going north of there, and then north, really north, west of there, to a part of Idaho that you normally wouldn't even go to. It's not like on the way to anything. So that's why Salmon is kind of out there. Let's go ahead and slow it down and hit cruise control at 65, 66. I'm getting tired. Okay, we're going to bump up to 70 miles an hour. And rest area 1 mile, yes. That's the news I wanted to hear. Brigham County, or Bingham County. Yeah, Bingham County. So here we go. That was perfect timing, because I am almost exhausted. So nice. Okay, so signal, we're sliding over, cancel our signal, slow it down. Looks like I can just go right behind it. Says local car. Usually they split cars and trucks, right? They keep them separate. So the trucks have these really big parking spots. And I'm going to park all the way in. And the other side is for cars. And it's usually closer to the rest stop, because that's why they're stopping. That even looks familiar. Looks like a rest stop I've been to before. So let's go ahead and hit it. Now, we're not going to hit sleep twice. Like, see, what happens is right now it says, I don't know why it keeps that option up. So if I hit enter or A, I would sleep again. So what I want to do is don't push anything except for my gas, just to get out of here. Make sure I don't accidentally tap A. That messes you up for 8 hours, and chances are you're just not going to make your delivery on time. Most of these are, you know, you can use your skill points to start getting more of the. Oh, my light's on. Woo. Okay. You can use skill points to start getting kind of, I guess, certified to do more, like, I forget what they call it, but the quick, on time, on demand deliveries that you have to really cruise and you can't mess around, which you have to do a little bit more strategy with how you probably sleep before you start the job, so you start well rested. That kind of thing. So, but most deliveries give you plenty of time if you don't make any mistakes. So we're in a 70 mile an hour zone, and that's a cool building right there. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's not my side of the state, although I'm not. Am I going to Shelley? Yep, I'm taking the Shelley exit. So signal, then cancel my signal is exit 113. We're taking a left at the stop sign, so slow down comfortably behind this truck. Looks like he's going right according to his blinker. I'm going left according to mine. That's really cool. The gas prices on that sign over there look real. The green and the red, and even how they flip back and forth between the two. It's really cool. Okay, we're going to wait for that truck to go by. Everything looks good that way. So as soon as that, the truck turns, so we're good. Just double check again. Taking a left. There is only one lane to go in, so we'll take the center of that lane. We're going straight towards New Sweden Road. Looks like another option to sleep up here. I don't need it. Good to go. A little slow part of town here for trucks. 35 miles an hour. There we go. Then we're going to bump up to 50. It's almost like a little residential section there. Okay, we are just on 50. We hit our cruise control. So yeah, kind of a residential area. Looks like dead end up ahead where I can't go straight. We'll be turning left. It looks like a stop sign, so blinkers on. Coast to a stop. Okay. Stop behind the stop line. We're going to check our left, right, left. So if you see cars, you want to look both ways anyway. Everything looks good that way and that way. We're good. Just double check as I go. Trucks are slow to pull out, so you have to have way more room than you would a car. And the reason we look left, right, left and not right, left, right is because the most dangerous car is from your left. That's the car that would hit you head on. So that's why we look left twice. If you notice, it's left, right, left. So we look left twice. Okay, 65 zone, I'm going 55. Make sure I go a little bit wide here so I don't cut that corner for anybody behind me. The truck is stopped right there. I don't know why. Looks like maybe he was pulled over. That right lane ends. Nobody's there, so I can keep going. Two-way traffic. Double yellow lines, so what's that mean? Neither side can pass. It's not a safe place to pass for either direction. Right now it's a dashed line, so both sides can pass if it's safe to do so. Okay, sharp corner to the left. See a police officer on the left also. Check my speed, make sure I am not going to trigger his radar gun. Going 63 and a 70, so I am fine. One thing about driving the speed limit is that truck is moving. Is he going to pull out in front of me? Yes. I'm going to tap my brake. It's a good thing I did. He made me slow down, which is not legal or safe. And he just... Basically, we call that cutting you off, right? He cut me off. But no reason to get mad about it. I back off, give him room, take a deep breath. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. No reason to be mad at him. I mean, he should have taken driver's ed from me. Or maybe taken driver's ed from somebody. Anybody. All right, another little rest spot on the side of the road right there. But don't need it. Big Lost River. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay, watching cars, some signs, Highway 20 this way. I'm on Highway 20, Arco and Boise this way. So Arco kind of out in the middle of nowhere also, deserty, known for, I believe, nuclear testing. Most people don't know that. Maybe they do. The INEL is out in this area where they do some nuclear stuff. Okay, so that is a warning speed sign that says, hey, it's going to slow down to 55. I am already going the appropriate speed for that. Not a problem. I believe I'm delivering for Walmart or whatever they call it in this game. I believe that's their... I don't see the logo, but that's their Walmart trailer that we seem to be getting a lot of. Gotta slow down just a little bit. There we go. All right, gas. Do I need it? Well, I mean, gas doesn't take very long at all. I think that would be wise to... Let's go ahead and take this first turn so I have lots of room to poke my truck in here. It doesn't take much time at all. So, down the road, I may regret not stopping if I don't stop. So, literally takes... what, 20 seconds or something like that to gas her up. That's it. All right, back on the road. Anybody coming? Yeah, but I'm gonna go. My momentum is going. That was not nice of me. I did exactly what that other guy did to me. I think maybe driving a truck in this game makes you appreciate driving a truck. Okay, so Boise was left, Mackey and Twin Falls straight. We are not going. This must be Arco. Yep, it is Arco. You guys ever seen this? Oh, that's so cool. That should be a photo thing. Let me take a screenshot. So every year, every graduating class painted their year on that mountain in big numbers. And it's really cool. So it's quite a sight. Not sure how far it goes back, but way back. All right, so 65 zone. Let's get our speed up. I love Idaho. It's good to be back driving my home roads. All right, are we Mackey? Welcome to Mackey. I also love how everything is compacted so much. All these towns are closer together by far. Instead of driving hours to get to the next town, it's like right here. So, little town of Mackey. And that was Mackey. So we're going to bump our speed back up to 35. It's going to be 65 right here. North on 93. Chalice, 58. Salmon, which is where we're headed, 107. Let's just check our map there. It says 108, so we're going about a mile-ish out of town to the drop-off. It's cool to see live things like horses walking around, people. There's some life. When I play SnowRunner or MudRunner, there's just no life. You do a lot of driving through towns, but there's nobody else around. It feels weird. And just that extra touch of people, vehicles, farmers, people mowing their lawn, people doing stuff, it just makes it more realistic, more fun. So it's good to be rested and have a full tank of gas. I think I do like the American flag. That's really cool. So I know it costs money to paint it each time. I think once I guess it's not a wrap. Well, you have to. I guess that's true. It's not like you can just swap them out. If I wanted to have a different color, I would have to have it painted. So it would cost you. It would cost you money in real life, and that's how it should be in the game. We're going to go in-cab view for just a little bit. Oh, there's a sleep. Don't need it. Okay, keep going. It's cool how my steering wheel switched to blue to match. Nothing else on the inside did. I don't think. Bink. But it got rid of my yellow steering wheel cover for blue to match the flag, which is great. Yellow would have looked terrible. But I like how it did it automatically. I didn't have to manually go switch it up. I think I'm getting a little beep when I cross the line, which I do a lot. I prefer to drive in this view. It's different, but I'm used to it. Can kind of see how wide the trailer is and take my corners a little bit wider. Salmon River. There we go. All right, so we got gas and sleep here. Stanley to the left. Yeah, Stanley. Let's see if anything looks like Stanley. No. But it's not Stanley. It's just towards entering Chalice. Population 1,001. Like those guys were working on the side of the road. You can hear their equipment. Their equipment's moving. I love that. Just realistic touch. 65 miles an hour. Headed north. Salmon 43. Missoula, Montana is well beyond that. So Salmon River. We're getting there. 56 minutes, 42 miles. Not a big paid check, but we will check off Salmon. I'm not sure if it is the last town in Idaho that I have not yet discovered. I may get an achievement for all of Idaho, and that'll be the first state that I've visited all the main towns. It looks real. It looks like driving to Salmon. If I had a critique, it would be the water. I couldn't do a better job, but the water could be a little more realistic, but I get it. That's all you need. Ellis. I've never heard of Ellis. May and Patterson that way. Never heard of those either. It's my state. I should know, but nope, don't. This guy's going 15. It's going slow. But he probably has some hazardous material in that tank, and he does not want to roll it. So I get it. It's windy through here. I don't even know what I'm carrying. I'll check here in a second when I get out of the windies. I don't want to be a distracted driver. Lots of windies. And if I hit F6, it'll tell me pelleted animal food. Okay, going to Bushnell Farms and Salmon. Okay, all right. Well, pelleted animal food. So mine is definitely not hazardous, just animal food. So it's like whatever. Pellets. So it could be salmon, whoop whoop. Could be dog food, could be rabbit food. Whatever it could be here. Cat food. We are in Salmon. So we're going to take a left coming up in a bit. Looks like next light. Take a left. School. There's the school. At least the school track. Red light. Okay. Well, we are 8 minutes away. 2 miles down that road. Yep. Should see pine trees on the mountains. This becomes wilderness pretty shortly. So it's kind of the last town before you jump into wilderness for many, many miles. Oh, is my blinker on? Yes. Good. Okay. Let's take a look at inside of the truck. There's my sleeper. Not really much back there. Maybe there'll be some upgrades later on down the road. I like my little hula girl. I can gas it and stop it and make her hula sometimes. So, okay, let's drive. Passing the Yummy Diner. I still think I should have to stop for food, but that's okay. Okay. Back across the Salmon River. By the way, Salmon River becomes the big Salmon River through the wilderness. We're going to take a right here. This is a merge. Some nice homes on the hill right there. We're going to signal left so we can merge 35 mile an hour. And just up around the corner to the left will be our, cancel my signal, will be our destination. I don't know if let me check my expected 9/11. Oh, I better put it back on map. Figure that out later. Distracted driver. I can figure that out later. I just wanted to see if I was going to be late. I guess it doesn't matter. It's literally 2 minutes away. It is what it is at this point. There's Bushnell. That's where I'm headed. So we're going to take a left here. Police officer going by in a Camaro. And looks like a tight corner. So no oncoming traffic. We're going to swing whitish. Yeah, I love my American truck. Red, white, and blue, America. 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 I have Mr. John's on the license plate in the window. Maybe I should put America. No, I'll just keep it Mr. John's. All right, so let's go ahead and do the difficult parking for 40 experience points. Usually it's more than that if it's really difficult. So let's see where I need to go. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's going to be a back end. So I'm going to... Looks like a real farm. Really cool. I'm going to swing around and probably just back it in. That's it. We'll see. Easier said than done, usually, right? So go slow at first. Make sure the back end goes the way you want it to go. Don't overdo it. Get that thing headed in the direction it needs to go. And then start straightening it out. Looks like just the other way, just a little bit. Getting better at it. Not perfect, but better. There we go. Ding. Yes. All right, let's take a look at... should be pretty good. There was no issues at all. So 382 miles, 18 hours, 46 minutes. That included the sleep time, 81 gallons of gas. Overall, I got a long-distance delivery bonus, urgent delivery bonus. Oh, it was urgent. And then 40 experience points for parking. So $5,456, 936 experience points. I am level 15 entrepreneur working towards level 16, which is professional. So I'm almost there. So thanks for driving with me today. That was fun. Pretty simple, but good to be back home in Idaho. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.